Hey everybody, it's Captain Kyle and I'm here with the War Dawn 2-pack. Yes, it is Ariel and Dion, two Autobots that we were introduced to in the episode War Dawn, which featured the Aerialbots going way back in time, 9 million years, meeting Orion Pax, and Ariel and Dion, who worked at an energy storage facility before the Decepticons attacked. How much energy do you store here? Yeah, it was a good episode, and honestly, I never thought we would get this cool 2-pack. I mean, it's been, what, almost 40 years? Just about, so like 38, but I'm gonna go through these guys and see if it's cool for your Wayback Machine collection. Be right back. All right, so this particular 2-pack is very nice. From what I understand, it's supposed to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, though it had been spotted up in Canada at GameStops for whatever reason. And I spoke to a friend, and he said, oh yeah, I pre-ordered it on Hasbro Pulse. I didn't see it on Hasbro Pulse, so I couldn't pre-order it. So I actually got this through AliExpress. So the box is a little squished, but I don't really care because I'm taking the figures out. So let's do that and investigate these motherfuckers. So once you remove them from the package, there they are in their cardboard paper prison and instructions. I'm gonna just prop this box over here because I might need to refer to it for whatever reason. Now I heard some stuff, I did hear some stuff about loose arms on Dion, and honestly, when I got the package, there was some rattling. And what I discovered was that Dion's arms were both off. I was able to pop them back on, but that seems like it could be an issue. Well, let's get these little mofos out, and the arm just fell off, so that does not thrill me. I mean, I'm still glad that we're getting a version of the character, but I don't want him to be disarmed, so to speak. So I am not sure how they got this guy ahead of time. I'm sure they just, took some from the factory. And when it is available for order somewhere, hopefully it'll show up on Hasbro Pulse. I will likely get it, just to have another one in box, but I don't think that the loose arm situation is likely to be resolved. I gotta say, some of this packaging's a pain in the ass. But we have Dion, we have Ariel. Look at these things, aren't they neat? Oh wait, that's a totally different Ariel. And we got a little packet of drugs. Okay, it's not drugs. I keep on hoping it'll be something to ease the pain of some of these prices, but generally it's accessories. I only found drugs, no, I didn't find drugs ever. Okay, we have a scanner thingy, gun, another gun. So Ariel, which is a weird spelling with an E, comes with a weapon. And Dion comes with these attachments, and his arm fell off again. That's gonna get annoying. Now obviously it's supposed to swivel, so gluing it, really not an option. I may have to do what was suggested for my too loose side swipe gun, and maybe coat it with some clear nail polish, which would hopefully make it stay on better, because it really needs some help. I saw someone shaking it in order to get the arms to fall off, but I don't even need to do that. So there they are. So Dion doesn't aggravate me. I'm gonna put him aside for now, and we're gonna check out Ariel. Now Ariel, if you're not familiar with the story, which most Transformers fans are, is the previous form of Elita 1. So the Aerialbots went back in time, they found some Autobots. They were sent back in time. They found some Autobots, including Orion Pax and his girlfriend, Ariel, and then and Dion, their buddy. And then Megatron attacked. They brought Orion Pax to Alpha Trion, who rebuilt him into Optimus Prime. And then, of course, they mentioned Ariel and Dion, and good old Alpha Trion was like, perhaps I will call this one Elita 1. I don't know, does he have like a list of names he wants to hand out to Autobots? I have no idea. Sits there in his spare time, just writes down names. So, posability-wise, let's take a look at her. Though, I do want to point out, if you look at the head, I mean, she's got the little ponytail type thing that the character had in the show, which is cool. She can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, or is it a Jane-Claude Van Damme in her case? Legs are on ball joints. They go very far forward. In fact, you can spin them all the way around, very far back. Bends at the knee. The leg doesn't swivel. I mean, you can kind of swivel it slightly because of the ball joint. So you can swivel it from the top of the hip, but it's not a swivel anywhere in the thigh. Now, she does have ankle rockers, Her feet are interesting. They're these almost claw-type things with regular feet in front and then stabilizing heel in the back, but they are on ankle rockers. So, number of dynamic poses you can put her in. She can fall over. Now, I don't recall them having weapons in the actual show, but, you know, I don't mind her having a weapon. Now, as far as the waist, it can kind of twist. I think it's part of the transformation. The whole friggin' assembly came off. So I don't know if that's a good thing. Well, it's obviously not a good thing. So I've reattached, I think, the correct way. So yeah, she can kind of twist at the waist, but it's kind of awkward looking. The arms can go all the way around, out to the, she's got a swivel, go out to the side. I dropped the gun. We're gonna put that aside just because it makes me nervous when people aren't good with their weapons. A lot of nice articulation in the arms. You can go out to the side, all the way around. Very nice, very nice. And the head turns, I kind of demonstrated that before, and it has a slight ability to nod. And she knows that it's fun to be at the YMCA. Okay, well, maybe not. But I have to say, with the popping off, I'm not super thrilled with the quality of these figures. I mean, I believe they are official Hasbro products. I don't think they're making counterfeits that quickly. But yeah, not thrilled thus far. It is interesting. There's the back view. You can see the tire because she's a motorcycle, and the front, the handlebars, and these things which kind of become wings. Now, looking at the package, it looks like they're not supposed to be wings, so I think it's kind of a cool effect. So they're supposed to be all the way back like that. I mean, her name is Ariel, so she should be able to do something in the air, or the if you go by spelling. She also has, I was just curious because she got some peg holes in her arms. I don't know if that's for future accessories, but you could put the gun there, and she could be, you know, having a arm weapon. It's kind of neat. And the actual characters in the show did not seem to be very violently inclined. Did not seem to be soldiers at all. Just laborers. And not even a computer data hacker, which is a whole nother set. So overall, the posability isn't bad. Hopefully the hip won't pop out again. It seems to be in place. She can kind of nod back and forth, unless I put it in wrong, which I hope I didn't. But we'll find out when I transform her. All right, I am going to look at the instructions because why not? Okay, and there she is in her motorcycle mode. Now I gotta say that I had my doubts when I was transforming it because I thought maybe I did detach it and reattach it the wrong way, but looks like I did it correct. Very interesting transformation for a motorcycle. The wheel kind of wiggles back and forth. It's also detachable. Her arms can also come off, which I discovered, but it's a pretty interesting Cybertronian style bike. Now it's got a kickstand here, which we'll put up. It doesn't really roll, even on a rough surface. The rolling doesn't work very well, but still a cool looking pink motorcycle. And when you turn those, it does nothing, but you can still steer because the wheel can turn. Kind of reminds me of pink versions of the Battlestar Galactica bikes from Galactica 1980. Interestingly, looking at the box, must have been an earlier model because this piece is gray on the bike, but not on the robot, which is interesting. So, cool looking motorcycle. Not a lot you can do with it. There's weapon storage here. It's almost like an extra exhaust or something. And she has an exhaust pipe here. Cool looking, but I prefer her in her robot mode. I can get her back into it without removing her arms. So one down. Check out Dion. Now Dion is an interesting character because some people think that he might have been an early version of maybe Ultra Magnus. Probably not Ironhide because Ironhide is quite a bit older than Prime, or at least that's the impression that we get. His arms keep falling off. Yeah, I am thinking we'll use the clear nail polish to thicken up his arms a little bit. Beats working out. So the user Transformers Collector is actually the one who suggested that, so thank you so much. I'm going to be using that more than likely on my Sideswipe and my Dion. So, again, I haven't seen the episode in a while, but he looks pretty much how I recall him. He might not be exact, who knows. Again, a small gun, and he's got this scanner or Energon goodie dispenser. I'm guessing he is a cup repaint remold, though just with worse arms. So let's check out his posability, and we will take his accessories out. So he'll be disarmed this way, though of course you could disarm him this way. And the arms are coming off a lot more. I'm going to be very happy to fix that later. So, full Jean-Claude Van Damme. Check. Launching his arms at people. Check. The knee bends, not all the way back, but a decent amount. He does have a swivel. I would not be surprised if the legs came off. So it can go off to the side, can go forward a good amount, back a good amount. Got feet that you can move the toes. It's probably part of the transformation. And ankle rockers. So you can put him in a dynamic pose and he can then lose his arms. The waist, it does twist at the waist. When you do that, you can hit the arm and the arm will fall off. That's a feature. No, it's not. The arms can go all the way around when they're actually on. It swivels at the place that they fall off. No twisting of the fists. None on Ariel either, but I think that was pretty self-explanatory. Marona Mia. Oh, and he's nearly 6 inches in height. Ariel's about the same. Head turns. So, good amount of posability as long as the arms stay on, or more if they come off. So again, not considered a warrior, but I would be interested to know if he was indeed revived by Alpha Trion, and if he was he made into Ultra Magnus, or fucking Wheelie? Alright, so a neat looking figure as long as you don't touch his arms in the least. Let's see if we can transform him, and if the arms will stay in place then. Alright, and there he is in his vehicle mode. Now I have to say, pain in the ass, because the arms kept falling off, and, you know, figuring out some things, the instructions, the part where you have to, like, move the shoulders, there's this whole big joint in there that is on the shoulders, is a pain in the ass. And I don't think this might be based on Cup, but I don't remember Cup being quite like this, so. But I'm old. Could be losing my memory. Where am I? So there he is. Can he roll? He can roll. He's actually rolls better than the motorcycle, but you know, he's got 4 wheels. 2 of them are mostly hidden inside his legs, and then there's the front ones. You can attach the weapons on the side, and well, where the fuck that is. And these pieces, whatever they are, you know, so he looks a little bit different than Cup, but still very Cup-like. Very much like a truck, some weird truck. But it's a different planet, so why not? But overall, it feels flimsy. The arms fall off a lot. I am not thrilled with it. Am I glad I have it for my collection? Well, yeah, but overall, I really wish they had solved those issues. I mean, he's not like detachable arm boy, so he can like toss his arms at somebody. Unless they're going for that crossover, they don't have to do much. But I think that's a DC thing. I don't know if they're going to do DC Transformers after doing all the Marvel ones. But there he is. Not a bad vehicle once you get it in, but again, lots of pain in the ass. Arms falling off. So there's the 2-pack. Now I'll put a link to AliExpress if you want to get it there. I don't know how much it's going to cost once it hits the San Diego Comic-Con after that and how that's going to work. Not to mention that you can find it on eBay, but it's about the same price as on AliExpress. So, and you don't have to bid. So that's a nice thing. Not that buy it now doesn't exist. And it came within a couple weeks. So pretty fast delivery. I'm glad I have them. I will probably put them into robot mode, try to fix Dion's arms, and they will join Orion Pax as they are mentored by Alpha Trion. Or, well, he didn't know them before the attack, so oh well, so much for that. They'll just have some energy.
I am so shit-faced right now. This is good shit, this Energon.
Yes, for those, I just got a comment on my Megatron, you know, is worse than you thought, and they're like, this is AI.
I would have waited an eternity for this. This is not fucking AI. Die, Autobots.
So, that's my impression. It's not as good as Frank Welker, but I'm not using AI. Anyways, so I'll put a link to this guy, to these guys, guy and gal, these 2, you know, pre-war Autobots or pre-Second War or whatever. The history of Cybertron is very complicated indeed. And while you're mulling these over, I actually have a video over here, which is some other characters that we don't necessarily have toys from for Hasbro, Obelisk, and the other guy, and Alpha Trion. It's a neat set. They're just action figures, but it's pretty cool. Check it out. We'll see you next time. And as always, have fun and good hunting.